Hello. Just want to give a quick update on how the learning went last week, and maybe give a little bit of information about what we want to do this week. So I will start by going through the days of last week, or at least giving a quick recap about some of the things that we learned. So I said that on the Monday of last week, we were going to go to the library and pick out some books, which we did do. We picked out 3 kind of graphic novels, which is what Alex, my daughter, wanted to read that week, which is great. And one of them was a Marvel one about kiddified versions of like different superhero stories in it. She only really read the Spider-Man one, but she doesn't know the other ones. She hasn't watched that much of the Marvel films, but she has watched the Spider-Man ones. She got this one about these donuts, which she's really enjoyed, and she finished that relatively quickly actually. And then there's a third book that she hasn't started yet. And then for the book that I picked out that I'm going to read to her, or have been reading to her, is a Terry Pratchett book. It's not one of the Discworld books, it's one of his earlier books called The Carpet People. I think it's called The Carpet People. So we kind of started that, and I'll crack on with that. We got until the 5th of May till that needs to go back, so that's a nice target for me. What else did we do? What else did we do? Oh, yeah, so we also spent a bit of time on the piano. We got a couple of these, they're like little books that have exercises that you meant to do, which we sat and did together. Started from the very basic, and we're just going to work our way through those and see how that goes. But that was fun. I mentioned that we were going to watch The Princess Bride, which we did do, but yeah, she wasn't really that into it, to be honest. I think she kind of liked some of it, and some of it she didn't like, but she isn't keen to anything. She isn't keen on anything that has too much kissing in it. And as you may know, there's actually quite a lot of kissing in that book, which was kind of off-putting for her. But I think she did enjoy it overall, and I'll do a video just about that later this week. We spent some time doing maths, and like I said, I wanted us to do some multiplication and division, which is what we focused on. And then yeah, it was reading, maths, did some crafting exercises. She goes to a comic book club, which is like an after schools club. So she was there with some other children, where they do activities based around comics. This week it was about the Beano, because it's the 75th anniversary of the Beano. So we did a little collage for that. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we also got a big book about dinosaurs, which I'll get back onto in a bit. That's from the library. So yeah, that was really the first week. We spent some time outside. It's been quite nice weather, as you can see. So we are going to plan to do more outdoor activities, more physical exercises. So yeah, I'll move on to what we're going to do this week. So yesterday, that was Monday, today's Tuesday, we started looking about dinosaurs. Started reading this book that Alex got out of the library, and also found some interesting channels on YouTube to watch. The videos are fairly old, but I don't think there's not much been happening in the dinosaur world recently, so I think it doesn't really necessarily matter if the videos are old. And we also watched a video about the continents, which I forgot to mention earlier. We did learn about the continents, and that's an ongoing thing that we're doing. And because we were learning about dinosaurs, I found a video about tectonic plates. So that, because obviously over, like when dinosaurs were around, the continents were like one big landmass. So I watched a video about that, which was quite interesting and quite a good educational video. So yeah, so that was yesterday, and today, which is Tuesday, she's currently at home. She's with a home learning tutor, completing an art project that she did last week. That was all about photography with little Lego figures. Actually, they did the lesson in this graveyard that I'm in now. So going around taking like macro photographs with the little Lego figures. And she's currently at home. She's making a little story about them using the photographs and writing. So yeah, and then after this lesson today, we're going to go down to a museum. I'm in Scarborough. And we've got a museum called the Rotunda Museum, which is near the sea, near the South Bay, which has a lot of fossils and things like that in it. So I'm going to continue the theme of dinosaurs this week. We're also going to continue with maths. We're also going to continue with the piano, and I'll keep reading that book to her. And also, I mentioned earlier, because it's nice weather, we're doing a lot more physical activities this week. I ordered some bean bags, you know, like PE bean bags, the little square things. I've got 10 of them in a little sack. And I'm just I'm working on a catching. She kind of gets a bit scared, like with a tennis ball, well, she used to get a bit scared catching balls or anything that's a bit hard. So I thought, if I order the bean bags, then we can work a bit on a hand-eye coordination and a catching, which we started doing on Sunday actually. She bounces up and down in a trampoline. I'm like chucking the bean bags in for her to catch, which is quite good because not only is it your hands, but also you got to work with your bouncing, you know what I mean? So it's quite a lot goes into that sort of coordination. As well as trampoline catching, we're going to take some beanbags down to the beach and have a bit of a fun time on the beach as well. We've got quite a packed day today, which is good. So I'll leave it there. Like I say every time, please do like my videos. It helps me get these videos, more eyes on the videos, and subscribe to my channel. That'd be really appreciated. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.